All right. Welcome. I'm so glad that you're with us. Thanks for tuning into this PSM mini masterclass where we talk about all things PSM. This is where we try to take different concepts that seem complicated about this OSHA program and really unpackage them so that anyone can understand them. And more importantly, you can make sure that you're on the right track to be compliant at your facilities. So today we're talking about training. And I know that might seem like the most basic of all the elements of PSM, and it probably is, except for the fact that in our position as PSM consultants, when we do audits, training is probably one of the top elements to have findings. And let me just paint a picture about why that is. I want you to imagine first that you are a PSM coordinator or somebody responsible for tracking and recording the training for your company. So maybe your title is a PSM coordinator, maybe it's training coordinator, maybe you're a lead operator, something like that, where you're responsible for keeping track of who's had what training when. And so imagine that you have your system down and it's nice and it's working, and all 20 operators and mechanics and I&E techs, they're compliant. And then the company says, we have a new training that we want everyone to take and for you to track. And so now you have to, in your spreadsheet or whatever system you have, you've got to modify it to put this new training in the matrix and make sure that you're tracking it now. And then one of the operators gets transferred and a new operator comes. And so it's like, now you have to add them to your matrix. And then you put on one of these trainings, and now you distribute the test for competency to make sure everyone was paying attention and not just checking their memes on their phone. And now you're trying to get all these back, but it's tough to coordinate because only half the operators were able to make it because the other half are on night shift and the other half are on paid time off. And so you just spend all your day trying to get all this documentation together and scanned and put in digital format on the chance that maybe OSHA comes and audits you. Ooh, how does that feel? Does it feel fun? Now, let me paint a second picture. Imagine instead that you, the PSM coordinator or the training coordinator or the lead operator, whatever your title may be in charge of training, you have access to an enterprise software that's really nice and smooth. And every time a new operator gets transferred in and one leaves, the system automatically transfers their training records with them. And anytime you put someone through a new training, it automatically tracks their competency right there in the system. And if by chance you have a training that still distributes some form of a test, like a paper copy or something like that, the system will automatically keep track of where that piece of paper is. It'll send automated text messages and reminders and make it all nice and clean. And when the PSM consultants show up to do their audits, then all it takes is one click of a button and you have all the downloaded reports right there that you can happily hand them. Just imagine how awesome life is then. Which one do you want to be? Let me just say that the training element of PSM has everything to do with making sure that everyone who's on site, both employees, and it even carries over to contractors, has the competency that they need to do their job. And if it's done right and you leverage some enterprise software and tools, then it makes the headache of tracking all that stuff so easy. And so in our full masterclass, we go over some of those tools, the enterprise software. We share our experiences about helping operators make this digital transformation so that they no longer have to worry about tracking down all kinds of training records, and it's just a smooth and seamless thing. And so please join us in the masterclass. You'll be glad that you did. We're happy and excited to see you there, where we're going to dive even deeper about this element of training and how you can make sure it is fully compliant at your facility. Thanks.